my overall thoughts from my perspective, as far as our marriage is concerned, is I think that if anybody, because you get people that what from Fire Resistant, when they hear that I've been married 20 years or even 19 years, they're like, well, what's the secret? I think you always say number one is God, right? Mm-hmm. Because that establishes a rule set on how I'm supposed to act as a husband, even though I fell and I still fell now, and I'll probably still continue to fail at some point as far as like my duties as a husband. But then it shows grace, and even when I fell, you do what you're supposed to do, because at the end of the day, like when we stand before God, you're not going to stand before God before me, mm-hmm. and I'm not going to stand before God for you. So when I'm failing, I'll have to account for that. You stay true to who you're supposed to be, and then it'll bring me back up. And if I stay true to you when you start failing, then it brings you back up, and then there's like this harmony that's there. So.
I would also say, if you don't respect someone while you're dating them, you're not going to magically respect them after you marry them.
Yeah.
And there has to be that level of respect, because you have to respect someone to be able to compromise and trust their decision making. And if you don't, I don't know. We know people who don't respect or get respect from their spouses, and I can't even imagine that and how miserable that is.
Yeah, I the respect is definitely number two. Mm-hmm. So you have God, and then we both agree at number two as far as respect, because just like you said, if there's not a respect there, then
you're not going to want to be led by the other person if you don't respect them.
Yeah. I think number two, of course, is communication. Mm-hmm. There are things that we can't talk about on this podcast. Keep wanting to say stream because of Fire Resistant, but on this podcast. But like we talked about, and it's important, because if you don't talk about every single topic, then you can't address issues that are going on. So like if you're in a marriage that you don't feel like is going in the right direction, then number one, are you going to church? Mm-hmm. Right? Because if you're not going to church, then you get involved in church. If you are going to church, well, are you respecting each other? If you're not, then figure out why you're not respecting each other, and then that leads into communication, because if you're not respecting each other, then you communicate to see where...
Well, and listening, and not just listening to respond, but truly listening.
Yeah.